Welcome to the TV and Tea podcast. I'm Adriana.
And I'm Selena.
And we are two sisters that have decided to let the internet into the conversations that we have about TV and pop culture over endless cups of tea. In our house, the reoccurring questions are, is it tea time? To which the answer is always yes.
And what are we watching? So pour yourself a cup and get ready to get into it.
Hey guys!
Hey guys!
Welcome back!
Welcome back to another episode of TV and Tea.
Yes!
So excited to be here. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to record.
I know, me too.
Yeah, and it took us a while to get into it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's so late at night right now, guys. Like, we were doing the most today, I feel.
Yeah, it was just a lot. We're a very codependent family, so when everyone comes over, we're just like, oh my god, attention, oh my god, people. Like, I just need the interaction. Yeah, I feel like I need the interaction.
Yeah, we just needed to, like, have a powwow.
Yeah.
You know?
We needed it, for sure.
Yeah, so.
Well, we're here.
It's late at night, we're recording. Mm-hmm. Still fun.
Still fun, still fresh.
Yes. So how are you feeling this week?
I am feeling pretty good. I feel like although I say I'm like kind of good every week, there was a little bit of a cloud over me for like the past couple weeks, and now it seems to have finally lifted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm working out, I have so much motivation to do things, maybe because my semester is about to end, so maybe. Like, yeah, I have a couple quotes. One of them...
Give them to me.
One of them being... Okay, my quotes actually don't relate to what I just said, though. Something happened this week.
Hold up, what?
Okay, I'm turbulent over here.
Okay.
Something happened this week, okay?
What happened?
So, I'm talking about the comment. We read all our comments on the YouTube videos.
Oh.
Somebody said we were vain when we were talking about Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
What's it called?
New Orleans, the new season.
Yeah. He said we were vain.
And I just think he understood who we were talking about. But, like, yes, we are.
I don't think we're vain, though. I think physical attraction is important in a relationship, and objectively, us looking into those relationships, we're just like, I don't think they're going to be attracted to each other. But whatever, irregardless, it made me realize that people really listen to us, and it's not just like a number on a screen, like, oh, okay, like 10 people listen. No, this is how many people listen. They're real people.
Yes, they are.
So I have a quote this week from one of Kylie's confessionals in her show.
Oh my god, I know exactly what you're about to say.
You know, I've just been realizing things.
This is just the year of realizing things.
Realizing things and realizations. Like, yeah, I've been realizing a lot of things. Okay, I guess it kind of relates. I realized that the dark cloud was gone because I'm like chipper and happy.
Okay, so you're like feeling it, you're in a groove.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Isn't it good?
That's good.
Yeah, I'm realizing things. And then the other one I wanted to share with you guys, there's two. Quote dumb.
Oh my god.
It's from High School Musical, and it's Vanessa Hudgens talking to, I think her name is Monet in the movie. The girl that Corbin Blue dates, that's like Vanessa Hudgens' friend.
Okay.
This one.
I think, I don't know.
I don't remember what her name is. Monet, Monique? I feel like it's with an M. Irregardless.
Monique.
Monique.
I think, maybe.
I hope so.
Okay.
Correct us. We're so bad.
We're so bad with me. I'm so bad with names. Oh my god.
We're gonna try to do better for you guys. But Vanessa Hudgens says, did you ever feel like there was a whole other person inside you just looking for a way to come out? And I just
what are you going through?
This relates to the interior design project we're gonna do.
Oh my god. Okay, guys, cut the tape. We're done.
Oh my gosh. I've been talking about interior design here and there. How I want to redo the house, redo the backyard, build a shed. And I just feel like I have a little bit of Chip and Joanna in me. I want to like redo the house, but it's not my house to redo. and I just feel like it needs to come out. But hopefully you guys like us enough to see our renovation videos when they come, because it's happening. Or at least mine. I don't know how a part of it Adriana's gonna be. She's gonna enjoy it when it's done.
I'm gonna enjoy it when it's done. I just like don't want to take on that project.
Yeah, I'm gonna like,
you know, like it's not my project. Like I have, yeah, no.
I'm ready to be a new bitch and paint a fence.
I think I love that for you.
Right?
I love that journey for you.
Isn't it fun?
I think that's gonna be fun and fresh
Yeah.
for you.
Okay.
I think that I will enjoy it once it's over. And you know, good luck to you.
That's what I thought you would say. Say your quote.
Okay, so I have 2 quotes too, because it's just like, you know, lots of things are happening. So
those days.
The first one, okay, so they both come from the same character. It comes from the Dowager Countess on Downton Abbey, which is the grandmother.
The grandma, love her.
Okay, so the first one, she says, first electricity, now telephone. Sometimes I think I must be living in an H.G. Wells novel. And I picked that because we just got, I just got the AirPod Pros.
Oh my Lord.
And I'm just like so obsessed with them. And I know like I'm totally late. I've never had AirPods before. And I just feel like I've joined 2020, like the 2020 that I should be living in. Like the you know, technologically advanced 2020 where, you know, cars fly and I have a robot to clean my house and
AirPods equals cars flying.
And, you know, headphones no longer have strings. So I'm just very excited about them and I just feel like I'm living in the future.
Okay.
So that was my first quote.
Understand.
And her second quote that I'm using is, don't be defeatist, dear. It's very middle class.
Ooh, I like that.
So I realized, like, you guys must think I am just batshit crazy at this point because, again, like, my moods just go up and down and they're just all over the place, like, Sensi Pisces.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, just the past couple weeks I've just been, like, in and out of feeling like I'm in a funk, not in a funk, like, no motivation. I'm just like up and down. And I just feel like it's all in my head. Like, you know, like it just feels like my circumstances have not changed. Like, you know, I'm in the house, but it's like, okay, like at this point we're like 4 months in the house. So like I'm used to being in the house now. So it's like, what is the problem? Like, it's not quarantine anymore. It's all in my head. And so I just feel like I'm defeating myself before I, like, get things going in my head of the things that I want to do, but I'm just, like, not doing. So it's just, like, you know, I'm defeating myself before I even, like, get going. So it's, so, you know, I'm just trying to, like, brush that off, move that to the side. And, you know, I'm just trying not to be defeatist because that's very middle class. Like, you know, rich people, they're just always like, life is wonderful. It's great. Like,
yeah,
you know, everything's on the up and up. I just have to, like, put myself in that mind state that I'm just like, everything's going well. Like, you still have things going on. Like, just push forward. Like, get it done.
Yeah.
Like, do what you're doing.
Nothing's gonna happen overnight, and this is a little shout out to anybody else that's in a funk. It's okay to be in a funk. This isn't normal. We're not living a normal life. So you know what? If it takes a month for you to come out of your funk, just let it pass.
Yeah, and I think like the retrograde really got me. Like I was like, oh my god, everything was breaking. Like my computer, my phone, like everything was just like a mess for the past couple of weeks. So I just feel like I'm like leveling off, I guess.
Yeah, it's turbulent.
So just crazy.
It's turbulent over here, and I'm starting to realize it's turbulent everywhere because I reach out to my friends and they're also like, yeah, I don't know how I feel. I don't know what's going on, but then some weeks I'm good, some weeks I'm bad. Like, that's just the life we're living at this moment.
Okay. So
it's all good.
That's where I am.
Okay. Let's step away from the turbulence.
Okay, let's get into these shows.
Yes.
This is like we're just gonna like talk about a little bit of everything. We haven't like watched anything specific this week to discuss. But I watched a bunch of TV, and so, and I think you did as well.
I watched some TV.
Okay.
I've been struggling with TV though, because the one show I really wanted to watch is scary. And I'm just like watching it alone at night in my room scared. So we're gonna talk about that show a little bit.
Yes.
We're gonna get into it, maybe do a deep dive once I decide to finish it.
Okay, so the show we're talking about is Marcella. It's on Netflix. There's 3 seasons. And I recommended it to her because I watched it, but I binged it over like a weekend, but I was like with somebody. So yes, it is. I'm not really like a scary show movie person, but this is not scary. It's suspenseful and dark. It's a cop show. It's, you know, there's a serial killer that's being investigated. In the second season, there's like child abductions happening and murders. So it's like, it's a very dark show. And so, you know, the main character is like a little crazy, a little on edge, a little like, what is she, bipolar? Like she's just got like manic episodes that she has.
She is experiencing these episodes, and I think they're a result of trauma.
Yeah.
Definitely. But it was the last episode of season 1 for me. Like literally one of the last scenes of the last episode, there's a jump scare. Like homegirl is laying in her bed and she like turns around and she sees like a vision of someone beside her. And it was that for me. After that, I was scared, and I can't watch it the same. And then, like one of the first episodes of season 2, someone like just jumps out of nowhere and attacks her. Like I don't know where the man came from. All of a sudden, he was there. I even watched it twice to see where he came from, and it didn't make sense. It was very scary. And I guess I'm just a baby, but the show is good.
No, the show is amazing. I loved it, but I also had someone to watch it with, and I watched it in the daytime. I didn't really watch it at night. So maybe that helped.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But
I think having someone to watch it with helps.
Well, we'll see how that works out, because I did try to watch it with my boyfriend, but he wasn't interested. So now I'm like alone watching this show. Yeah, he wasn't into it, but let me give you guys a little synopsis. Marcella is an investigator in the UK.
I think we talked about this a couple episodes ago.
Oh, really?
A little bit. Maybe. I don't remember.
Well, if you guys don't remember, you don't know, you're tuning in for the first time. Marcella is an investigator in the UK. Season 1, she is investigating a serial murderer, and her family becomes involved. And you see that as she's investigating this case, she keeps forgetting things. She has these moments of like waking up and she doesn't know where she is. And at first you're like, what's going on? And then it comes out that as the result of a traumatic event, I'll give you a little snippet so you guys can get into it yourselves and let us know what you think. But as a result of an event, she has these episodes where she blacks out. Sometimes she's violent. Sometimes she just is crazy. Yeah, so all of this is happening, and she's trying to keep it a secret because she doesn't want to lose her job in the police force. And how it unfolds is just so cool. And then season 2 is a little different.
It's great writing. You know, a little bit of like, just like that British dry humor and wit. But she's very smart. She's like one of those like natural born police officers. Like she's just got that like instinct.
She's got the knack.
Yeah. And and yeah, like it's a great show. It just is. It's dark, and season 2 is even darker than season 1, to be honest. The second season is about like child murders and abductions, and it's kind of rough.
Yeah.
But season 3 is amazing. Like season 3, they flipped it on its head. She looks like in season 1, season 2, she's like a little dowdy, not put together, but she's like completely engulfed in her job. Season 3, I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but she is like a new bitch. And she is dressed. Oh my God, Selena, you're gonna die for the wardrobe. I literally was watching season 3 like, wait, like, someone break me down these outfits. Like, I need them.
Yeah.
She looks so great in season 3, but it's like, it's very different in season 3.
I really want to make it to season 3 to see her as a blonde.
Yeah,
because I guess we're vain.
It's great.
And I think in the trailer pictures, she looks
the
poster. She looks very striking as a blonde, and I want to see her like.
The actress that's playing Marcella is like so good. Like, she needs an Emmy. Like, that role is intense, and she plays crazy. Like, oh my god, she does such a good job with that show.
Yeah,
such a good job.
I think she's great, and I really want to make it to season 3. So we'll do a full recap when I get there, since you've already finished the show, and then we'll give you guys more.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so what else have you been watching?
So I've been watching Say Yes to the Dress as per usual.
Do you see how happy she is? Like, I just don't get it.
You guys, another thing I realized is that I like to watch people's dreams come true. So shows,
cute.
Yeah. So I love all the shows where it's just like happy and people are making their dreams a reality show. I love Shark Tank, and I'm always rooting for the people to get deals, even when the business is like kind of eh. I love Say Yes to the Dress, people having their dream wedding.
Okay.
You know, I like that vibe.
I understand the psychology of it. Okay.
Yes. So, they recently came out with a COVID-19 special, which I never thought of this aspect of quarantine, but so many people's weddings, their dream weddings that they spend so much money on, have gotten canceled.
So many? Oh my gosh.
And I didn't think about all of the bridal appointments that were canceled, all of the flights to New York that were canceled because they couldn't make it to Kleinfeld to do their filming. So they decided to do a special, and I found it so cute. Everyone shared their stories. There's this one girl that she literally is marrying her high school sweetheart, and they planned this huge black tie wedding, and everything got canceled.
That would kill me.
So they decided to get married in their backyard instead, and Randy ended up gifting her a dress to wear in this backyard wedding. Aww. And had a little virtual appointment with her. It was so cute and heartfelt. And then there was another bride that had a virtual appointment that she was one of the track runners. I think she did the hurdles in the Olympics for Canada.
Okay.
And she literally put her whole life on hold to do the 2020 Olympics. She held off on her wedding. She held off on getting her master's degree. And then obviously the Olympics got postponed until 2021. So now she's like, I don't know what to do with my life anymore. I'm still training, and you know, I still have my fiance, but I just feel so, I don't know what to do. So they gifted her a dress as well, and her and her fiance are planning a wedding. I don't remember where he was. I think he was in another country, and they were long distance at the moment too, so that was like really hard.
That sucks.
Yeah, I cried this episode, obviously, and Elaine cried as well.
Really?
Yeah, our mom.
Oh, mommy.
It was a heartfelt episode. And then the last bride that they featured in this special was a neonatal nurse that worked with COVID positive mothers. And Haley Page, great wedding dress designer that works very closely with Kleinfeld, gifted her a dress.
Okay.
It was so good.
You're about to cry. You're like literally choking up.
I like to watch people's dreams come true. It was just like so cute, so nice. Look how the roles have reversed. I've cried.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, and then there was another episode of Say Yes to the Dress where this girl that knows the girls from The Morning Toast was on it.
Yes.
And we watched that together, and it was good too.
Yeah, and she's like best friends with the girl from Dynasty. I don't know her name, of course.
Liz Gillies.
Yes. So she was featured on the episode. Yeah. You know, that's not my show. That's your show. Say
Yes to the Dress has been killing it, in my opinion.
You know, one thing I did watch with you was the 50 States special that they did. That was really cute. Okay. Basically they picked a bride from each state to represent their state to come to New York, get a dress for free, and get married by Randy in Central Park. Super cute.
So cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they gifted everyone a dress in that special as well.
Yeah.
And it was just nice and fun and fresh. And then you all know I made my way through Sasha Dress UK, Ireland, India. Like, I just love it for some reason.
I can't with you.
I know, but I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, the show has been on for forever. People love it.
People
it's
love
just
the
not
show.
really like my cup of tea.
I know. It's okay though.
As far as fun reality show goes, I've been rewatching Bethany Gets Married and Bethany Ever After.
I saw your tweets about it.
Yes. So the new streaming app Peacock, I think it came out like 2 weeks ago, and so they have a couple really good Bravo shows that are now canceled, but they're on there. So Bethany's shows are all on there, and that's how I'm watching them. And it's completely free, and they actually have some pretty good stuff. I actually have a suggestion for us, because they have a new sci-fi show on there that looks really good. It's one of their original shows, and I think we should watch it. It's 1 season so far, but
What's
it's
it called?
Brave New World.
Isn't that a book as well?
Maybe.
Yeah, I read a book called Brave New World in high school.
And it's about like a dystopian society.
Oh my gosh.
And they're taking these pills.
Yes.
Okay.
They made a show about that?
Yes.
Oh, we have to watch that.
Yes.
That's
okay.
so
I thought it
exciting.
looked so good. It was like, I was telling mommy about it. So I want to watch that. But I like the Peacock app. Like, I just like don't know where this is going to end. Like the streaming wars, like I'm over them. Like, how many services are we really supposed to pay for? Like, it's just like, it's getting out of control. They're exactly like cable. Like, I'm done. Like, we have to have the apps to watch them on our TVs, and we have to pay for all these services. It's the exact same thing. It's just like new channels. Like, why aren't they just like channels? You know?
Yes, but I feel
like if Netflix was a channel that had like original programming coming out, it'd be like every other channel that we have.
But you know what it is? For us, it seems like a lot because we still have cable, but a lot of people don't have cable anymore.
I know, I think.
So I think it makes sense then. If you only have Netflix and Hulu, when you've exhausted all of your Netflix and Hulu options, you're going to watch the Quibi, you're going to watch the Peacock, you know, the new stuff that's coming out. Somebody I know that doesn't have cable anymore is also getting HBO Max.
Yeah.
And I had no interest in HBO Max, but apparently to them, they're like, yeah, this is great.
No, I actually do want to get HBO Max because, well, for the new Jerry Jannetty show that's coming out. I'm obsessed with him. Okay, so if you don't know who Jerry Jannetty is.
I don't know.
Okay, so he is a writer. He wrote the part of Karen for Will and Grace. And he also writes for Stewie on what's that show?
Family Guy?
Family Guy.
Okay.
And so his Instagram is really great. He does these like, it's kind of like a parody account. The Prince George.
Yeah.
So he basically takes like paparazzi pictures of Prince George and he puts like snarky captions onto them, and he's just so funny. And now they're turning that kind of character of his Instagram of Prince George into an animated series of the royal family. And like George is just like this brash, like ridiculously mean kind of like figure, but he's like a baby, but he's like he's the ruler of the family, but he's like a complete narcissist, but like also he's still a child, so it's
funny
kind of
and
like
satirical.
Yeah, it's just so funny. So that show is coming out soon. I think it comes out in the fall. So I want to watch that, so I'm gonna be getting HBO Max.
Okay, well I'll see if I can get us a login.
Okay.
Until then, yeah, I think that's a good plan. I want to watch the show too.
Okay. What else have I been watching? Okay, so I was watching Bethany. I'm loving that. And okay, so I have to get into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Recap me.
Okay.
Because I haven't watched. I said I was gonna watch. I didn't.
Okay, so since the last time we spoke, Kyle had a benefit event at her house. And Brandy Glanville was there.
Okay.
And this was the first time we were seeing her in the season. And we as a viewer, we already know that there have been rumors and stories about Brandi Glanville and Denise Richards having a secret love affair. You know, like an affair. You know, they were romantically involved. So now we're seeing them for the first time interact with one another, and you know, everything seemed, you know, friendly, normal. You know, Brandi was like sitting with her arm in arm. Denise and her husband were like talking to her in the kitchen. Everything seemed fine. Brandi made like an inappropriate joke saying that she wants to be in a throuple with them. You know, it was like, okay, there's like insinuations, like what's going on? But Brandi got wasted at the party. Denise left early, and that was it.
I did see a snippet of Denise in a confessional saying, "What's a throuple? Like, what's a throuple?"
Yes.
Girl, you know what a throuple is,
Yeah.
and you are deflecting from your affair.
Yes,
Continue.
for sure. She did. Okay, but the thing with Denise this season is that she's really trying to be very wholesome, and I feel like she didn't clue in. Okay, we're gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
She didn't clue in production.
She didn't clue in production, and she didn't clue in her cast members.
Noted.
But, okay, so they had this party, and then Kyle is at her house with Teddy, and her sister Kim comes over, and she's like, I'm taking Brandi to dinner for her birthday. She's in the car, and she's like, well, why doesn't she just come in? So Brandi comes in. It was all a setup. It was just like wasn't even slick. It was ridiculous. Brandi comes into the house, and she is talking to Kyle and Teddy, and she's like, you know, like, oh, it was just like so weird at your party to see everybody and to see Denise especially. And of course Kyle's like, what do you mean? Why was it weird to see Denise? And so then she's like, oh my God, I need a glass of wine. And she's like, let me tell you. So she's basically saying that her and Denise were friends. They were hanging out. Everything was cool. They were very close. And that Denise has been talking shit about all the other women on the cast to Brandi. Basically saying that, you know, Erica is an ice queen, that Teddy is living in her father's shadow and is basically like a wannabe, and that, you know, she doesn't like Kyle. She thinks Kyle is a bitch, all these things, right? So then she's like, you know, and we were like really close, but then she like kind of like stopped talking to me, and then, you know, something happened between us, and like things just got weird. And they're like, what do you mean? What happened? So she's like, well, you know, Denise was filming this movie, and she invited me up to come and record an episode of my podcast with her and her cast. And when I got up there, like, I stayed in her room with her and her kids, like it was like a cottage. And, you know, we got drunk that night, and we ended up hooking up. Like, we had sex.
Adult women do these things?
I guess. Okay.
I feel like that's such a fun young
college thing.
Like, I hooked up with my best friend.
Right.
But it's not like an adult woman, I have kids and a husband thing.
I would think. So, of course, everyone's shocked and dismayed. And Brandi's thing is, like, you know, I was under the impression that, like, that was cool for them in their marriage. But then afterwards, Denise apparently was like, you know, let's keep this under wraps. Like, Aaron can't know about this. And now that made Brandi just so very uncomfortable, because of course she has been cheated on in the past, and she doesn't want to be a cheater or a homewrecker. She would never be involved with anything like this. And this is just awful that Denise has put her in this position. It was theatrics, it was the tears, it was everything. Okay.
I wish I watched it.
It was good. So now the women are going on their big trip of the season. They're going to Rome. This is the new information that Kyle and Teddy now have. So they're like, oh my God, what do we do? Do we tell the women? Blah, 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 blah. Like, she's been talking all this shit. And she's, you know, she fucked Brandi, basically. So that's what's happening. The women are like, oh my God, I'm conflicted. Meanwhile, they're like frothing at the mouth. They're like so excited. They have something else to pin on Denise this season. And they are just like eating this up. So excited. So.
The cattiness. The
right.
cattiness.
Right. So, so I have a couple things to say. First of all, Brandy, if you are so uncomfortable, if you are now so uncomfortable with having sex with a married woman, whether her marriage is open or closed, you shouldn't have been having sex with a married woman.
You should have clarified that before you got intimate with her.
I don't even think so. Like, I think that if you know someone is married, it is upon you, whether or not their marriage is open or closed. If you hold marriage to this level that's like so sacred, then you shouldn't even want any parts of it, even if they are in an open relationship, right? Or is that just me?
No, because I think you can be, if she thought it was okay, I understand why she did it. If she thought it was okay. But she should have clarified. She definitely didn't do her due diligence.
I don't know. Okay, second thing. You know, Brandy's whole thing is like, I'm not a liar. I always tell the truth, whatever. I do think that Brandy is telling the truth. I do think they had sex. But I don't trust the way that Brandy is presenting this. And that is because everything that has transpired on social media since then. She has come out with text messages of her conversations with Denise that have confirmed everything that she has said, except for the fact that Aaron did not know. She never said in the text message, like, Aaron doesn't know, you need to keep this a secret. She was just like, the text messages are, yeah, come to the hotel, you can sleep in our room, da-da-da-da-da. And then after that, the next couple text messages are, I don't understand what's going on with the ladies. They're telling me all this shit that apparently I said to you, and I think they're trying to pin this on us, and they're trying to use us as scapegoats for the season. Like, let's clarify, like, what was said and, like, what's going on. Okay. But it doesn't make, like, Denise is really talking. To me, it seems like she's like, I don't really know what you're telling them, and I just want to be on the same page with you as my friend. Not that I'm trying to cover this up and you need to keep my secret and whatever. I think that Brandy is twisting this because she is an attention whore and she wants to get back on the show. I'm not a fan of Brandy Glanville. I will not make any apologies for that. I don't think she needs to be back on the show, but I do think she is using this opportunity to get back on the show.
And here I was saying that the Beverly Hills Housewives were boring.
No, they're definitely a little boring. Because this is like, this is the
most interesting thing to happen, is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now, that's how I feel about the Brandy aspect of this situation. Now let's get to the other women. They're in Rome, they're on this vacation, they're sitting down at dinner, they're like 2 days in, and Teddy's like, you know what, Denise, I really need to get this off of my chest. You know, I've been told that you have been saying this, this, and this, this, and this about me, about this one, about this one. And she's like, what are you talking about? I never said that. I never said those things. Da-da-da-da-da. Who said that? Who told you that? Brandy told me all these things. And she's like, what? I never said any of those things to Brandy. Whatever. Like, that's an outright lie. Never happened. And she's like, you know, she's saying a lot of things about you and da-da-da-da-da. And I don't want to put it out there, but, you know, it's out there and you need to come clean. You need to come clean. And she's like, come clean about what? So she's like, well, Brandy is telling people that you guys had sex. And she's like, what? No, like, that is a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. And then she goes, bravo, bravo, fucking bravo. Basically, she's trying to prohibit the producers from being able to use the footage by saying the name of the network.
Oh, that's what they were talking about, how she broke the
fourth wall.
The fourth wall.
And this is the second time we've seen her on camera this season do that. She did that at a previous dinner earlier in the season, and they kind of cut it out. But this time, they left that shit in. So she's like, this is not true, whatever, whatever. So in that moment, everyone is like, oh my God, like, is this what's the tea? Like, this is what's going on. And she's like, this is not true. You guys cannot talk about this. Like, we're not having this conversation. Like, she's trying to shut it down. In this moment, so now, I do think Denise is lying, because I do think they had sex. And I just think...
We should say hooked up.
Hooked up.
For YouTube.
I think that she is now put in a position where she's having to defend it or make some sort of, like, not apologies for it, but she's having to justify it. And so she is like, no. She's just saying none of this is true. Everything is a lie. And that's just not the way to go. Like, at some point you're going to have to come clean about something. Because I do think the things that she said about the other women are spot on. Like, Erica is an ice queen, and I can see her saying that. She does not like Kyle. She said that earlier this season to some of the other ladies. We know that. And Teddy is like a wannabe, and she is living in her dad's shadow and trying to be relevant. Like, these are all things that the fans of the show say. So I don't see, like, where that could be wrong. I could understand not wanting to admit that to their faces, but I think that Denise is just trying to cover up everything, and so she's just on a, none of this is true, and that's just, it's not the way to go, because now she looks super guilty of everything.
The thing is that this is so like,
so then
people. This is like a little high school moment. So
then Sutton had a defining moment at this dinner. She goes, ooh, wait. So, you know, Teddy's upset. Kyle is jumping in on it. Lisa is ganging up on her. They're like, have you said these things? Is this true? Did this happen? Like, you need to tell us the truth. And Sutton's like,
Sutton was the new one that wore the bad Dolce dress,
yes.
Right? Okay.
Sutton's like, well, what are you actually mad about? Like, are you mad that she said these things about us? Or are you mad that she hooked up with Brandy? Like, and really, why are you even bringing that up? That's none of your business.
Those were my exact thoughts. Like, why was the hookup brought up as well as the trash talking?
Right.
It should have been just the
trash talking.
Why is the hookup a thing?
And then in her confessional, she says, I heard about this months ago at dinner, and I just, you know, it's one of those things that you hear around town and you just move on. Which makes me believe that all of the women knew about this, heard about this, and was like, we're gonna try to throw this on her somehow throughout the season, and this was all concocted. Now, because Sutton is right, it's no one's business. If they hooked up, like, what does that do for anybody else? Like, I'm sure her husband at this point knows about it, or if she didn't know about it, that's something for her to clean up. That has nothing to do with her, with any of the women there, especially because Brandy is not on the show. Though there's no weirdness of, like, interaction with Brandy because she's not filming. She's not on the show.
Really shisty, actually.
Right. So so to me, it's like, this is just blatant, like, you're just finding something to gang up on her for.
And to make the show a little juicier, because
obviously, this is interesting.
The trash talking, expected. Her hooking up with a former cast member, not expected. So I get what Bravo's trying to do, shiesty.
But it's shiesty.
Yeah.
And so now, you know, that's where the conversation has ended on their part. But I just think, like, something's amiss. And then I was, like, doing some digging on Twitter last night. And it seems, from picture timelines put together, Brandy uploaded a photo in the outfit that she was wearing to tell Kyle and Teddy about all of this at her house. She posted it on a date that would have happened after they came back from Rome. Meaning that if the picture was posted on the night that it was taken, that she went to Kyle's house after they came back from Rome, which means that they had to fit that in production-wise. Like, they basically filmed that scene after all of this confrontation has taken place to give the show context. but it was all a setup,
and
because the women already knew from before production started that they were gonna roll this out at some point.
And no wonder she was so dramatic about it. It was an act, because she knew, they already knew.
Exactly. Shiesty.
Fabian, I see what's happening. This is a little bit of TV and tea together, right? Because
you know, they've already filmed the reunion. It's going to be virtual, which I'm so upset about.
I'm not here for it.
So upset.
I think they need to start doing people together again, just like get them a 24-hour COVID test.
So New York, The Real Housewives of New York is also in season right now, and they are going to film their reunion in person in 2 weeks in New York.
Yeah.
But that, I think it's only because Andy also lives in New York, so they can actually meet together, because like I don't think Andy's gonna leave New York to go to California to film.
Maybe that's it then.
And they're like 2 weeks behind in production as far as like Beverly Hills is, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what's happening on Beverly Hills. I'm interested to see how the rest of this plays out, like on the trip and for the rest of the season, because I really hope what's gonna come of this is Denise shows up. Well, Lisa Rinna had tweeted like the reunion was bullshit. Like Denise basically gave Bravo like a cease and desist, told them that they can't talk about this, and Lisa was like, you know, basically the cease and desist works, and you know, we couldn't talk about it, kind of thing. But I hope that I hope that there is a moment that Denise is like, you tried to scapegoat me for drama because none of you bitches have anything going on, and you know, I'm not going anywhere. I hope that's what happens, because in this fight, like, I'm Team Denise, which I wouldn't have said in the beginning of the season. The beginning of the season, I was like, oh, Denise is done. Like, she is messy. This is gonna be crazy. Now seeing it playing out, ladies,
the shystiness. The shystiness is real.
And I want to know, like, you guys were all very cool with her. Like, what happened that tides have turned? Like, why is she the target this season?
My theory, they see all the housewives ratings going down. They see New York struggling, so they need to up their ante. People already say Beverly Hills is boring, so yeah, they needed something. These girls are calculated. Very calculated.
And Kyle, like, we thought Lisa Vanderpump played games. Kyle is, like, moving the pieces. She is jumping in. She is being aggressive. She has been mean all season to all the women. Like, I don't know. I'm looking at Kyle with a super side eye, and she is literally one of my favorite housewives of all the franchises. And I'm just
really?
Like,
Kyle?
I love Kyle.
Kyle don't do it for me.
And this year, I'm like, Kyle, baby, what is going on? Like, oh no, this is what you're doing. Like, this is how you are? Oh no, honey, I'm not here for it. But I'm living. Like, I'm living, but I'm just,
My favorite Beverly Hills housewife was Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh, for all day.
And she gone, so you know, no longer that interested in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, but I mean, the trip, they're in Rome and they all look fabulous. Like, the glam, the outfits are amazing.
Might go back and watch this for the...
But it's been very interesting to see it play out on social media and on the show. Because Brandy is just tweeting up a storm, and then she's like, oh, you guys are gonna see, the truth will come out. It's like, what truth? Like, who cares if you guys hooked up? Like, no one cares. Literally no one.
Bye-bye, Brandy. We're not here for you. Team Denise and all you housewives stands, chime in.
Yeah. Tell me what you think. Like,
I'm curious.
What side are you on? If you watch Housewives and you're as into this as I am, what side are you on? How do you feel? Like, what's up?
Yeah, very curious.
Yes. Okay.
What else do we have?
I mean, I watched another show this week on Netflix called White Lines.
The way she described this show, before she gets into this, the way she described the show to me was that it wasn't that good. So if something's not that good, why would you want me to watch it? I haven't watched it.
Okay, so I watched it over the weekend. I just, like, binged it. And it was 10 episodes. It's on Netflix. It's about a girl whose brother disappeared 20 years ago, and now the body has been found, and he's obviously dead. And she goes to, he disappeared in Ibiza, and so she goes to Ibiza to go.
The way you're saying Ibiza.
Well, that's how they say it on the show.
I know, but us Americans say Ibiza.
I know, Ibiza.
But in the UK, they say Ibiza.
Ibiza. So, she goes to Ibiza to find out the truth of what's happening, of what happened to her brother 20 years ago. She goes to basically investigate, what happened. And, she reconnects with all of his old friends that he moved there with 20 years ago. And, a very prominent family on the island that was entangled with him. And so, she's on this like whole journey of like learning about herself, learning about her brother, finding out the truth, and, all these things.
It sounds interesting.
It sounds interesting.
First glance.
But it was 10 episodes and it needed to be 6. So to me, like, I'm weird about shows that are just like too lengthy and like too much fluff. And there was times where I was just like on my phone scrolling, like, what's going on? I'm not paying attention. It's done by the guy that did Money Heist.
Oh, you did tell me that, yeah.
And then they go back and forth with like English and Spanish, so you have to read subtitles sometimes. And so I was just kind of like, it was good, but it wasn't like amazing, and I wasn't like hooked the whole time. At one point, like after 3 episodes, I was like, I'm not like loving this, but I just like kept going.
You said the same thing about Money Heist though, and I love Money Heist.
No, but I watched Money Heist in the wrong situation. Like, there was family, I was in the living room, it was a mess. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
But yeah. So it was okay. If you have nothing else to watch and you want something like fun and fresh, like, sure.
Is that really the fun and fresh watch we're suggesting to the people?
It's not a fun and fresh watch. I don't know. Watch the trailer and just know that I said it's okay. Do with that as you wish.
And I've decided not to watch it. I'm going to try to make my way through scary ass Marcella because I know that it's good. Anyways.
Okay, so it is tea time.
Tea time. What do you have for us this week?
Oh my god, I feel like I'm talking so much. Okay, so Ciara gave birth to her baby, her third child, on Saturday, and his name is Wynn Harrison Wilson. And he's so cute. Did you see the picture?
I did not see
that. Oh my god, he's so precious.
I saw a photo, but it's escaping my mind right now.
Wynn Harrison Wilson. I like the name like as a whole, but I don't like Wynn on its own.
I like
because
Wynn.
They spelled it W-I-N.
I was about to say that. I like the name Wynn for a little boy, kind of cute, but they should have spelled it W-Y-N-N, like the hotel in Vegas.
Yes,
Wynn.
like. Yeah, it's just Wynn on its own is just so basic. And like
that sounds like a future name.
What's her husband's name? Russell, he like put up a post and he was like, we're winning. And I just feel like they're gonna be making that joke for the rest of his life, and I'm like, I'm sick of it already.
That sounds like a future name. It sounds like Future would name his child Wynn, not Russell and Ciara.
Right.
Yeah. I like Wynn. Didn't like the spelling, but irregardless, congratulations to them.
Congrats. So cute. I love that little like family.
Little snaps.
Okay, other baby news. Joe Jonas and Sofie Turner gave birth to their baby girl, Willa.
Willa's cute.
Willa's so cute.
Congratulations to them. I was gonna say it felt like the pregnancy was short, but I have to remember that people announce their pregnancies when they're like 4 months in.
I think she announced it like when she was like 6 months in, because I feel like she just announced that and she already gave birth.
And the baby's already here. But yeah, congratulations to them as well. In other news, my tea is that Michele Morrone, Michelle, the guy from 365 D&I, which has now been changed to 365 Days on Netflix.
I saw that.
I liked the D&I, it was different, but irregardless, been saying irregardless a lot. He came out with a music video for one of his songs called Hard For Me. And I didn't realize this before, but he actually did a lot of the music for the movie soundtrack.
I saw that. So I watched the video on YouTube today, and I saw that it was like this song for 365 Days. This song for 365 Days. I was like, oh, interesting.
And I'm here for the song.
It was giving me Enrique Iglesias vibes.
Oh my gosh, I was literally gonna say that he reminds me of Enrique Iglesias.
Yes.
Because the raspiness of his
voice, the deepness, the little accent that he has when he says his words. He sounds exactly like Enrique.
And I liked the music video. Opening scene, he looks like he's naked, which is like a little tie into 365 Days. But then you see he's not. He indeed does have on pants. And
it was cute.
He's just
even like the way the music video was, like he was like singing in the rain and in the shower, and he was like talking to the girl, and they were fighting. It was very Enrique Iglesias. Like, would you dance? Like, it was giving me that.
I'm gonna go listen to Enrique after this. Oh, and I'm also gonna get Michele Morrone's whole album. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna see what's good. Because I do like him. And okay, so we like it because we like him. I sent it to somebody else and they were like, I was expecting more. And isn't that like the bar is a little bit low because we just like him already?
I mean, he's hot. So like, come on. Like, of course, like,
he's just so attractive.
He's so attractive, and his voice is nice. Like, I love a deep, raspy voice on anyone, really, but especially a man. And like, what's not to like? Like, the bar can be so low for all these girls out here. Why can't the bar be where it is for him?
I always use her as an example, and I love her. Okay, guys, she is a beautiful, lovely girl. I think she's a lovely girl. I'm sure she's a lovely person. I like her music a lot. I have all her music downloaded. But Dua Lipa gives us nothing.
Exactly.
She shows up and she gives you nothing. So if we can like Dua Lipa, we can like Michele Morrone.
I have to agree. Like, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
It was cute. In other music news, I've been listening to Taylor Swift's new album.
Oh, the folk album.
Folklore. It came out last Friday, and I was like, I tried to listen to it the first day it came out, but I was like, it's very slow. Like, the whole album is all like slow guitar, piano kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been listening to it consistently over the week, and I really like it. Like, I think a lot of the songs are really great. The writing is just like amazing, but it's like very slow, and that's how I like Taylor. Like, I'm not I don't like Taylor when she's like happy. I like her when she's a little sad. I don't know, I just think her music is better. Like, you know, her last two albums I wasn't into, but it was like more like upbeat, poppy. Like, I like her when she's like country or like kind of emo, you know. Like, my favorite album of hers is 1989 and Red. Like, amazing.
You don't like a Look What You Made Me Do.
No.
You like a...
I like a Wildest Dreams.
Oh, I love Wildest Dreams.
You know?
One song I want you to listen to, though, from her last album, Reputation, is... what's the name of this song?
Okay, so let me tell you the favorites off of this one. Okay, so I like The One, Exile, Cardigan, The Last Great American Dynasty, Illicit Affairs, and Betty. Exile is featuring Bon Iver. That's how you say his name. And it's so good. Oh my god, that song is freaking amazing.
Call it what you want.
Call It What You Want.
Call It What You Want. That song is beautiful, amazing. It's the best song on Reputation in my opinion, because Reputation was like an album.
Okay, I'll look that up. But yeah. I'm enjoying the album. I think it's great. If you're into her vibe and you're into like that slow kind of like alternative emo-ish music, great. Exile is so good. Oh my god.
Maybe I'll listen to it in the shower on a nice
Yes, you know, it's very like put on a robe, light a candle, take a bath kind of music.
Okay, I see the vibes.
You see the vibes.
I know you don't like to talk about them, but I have a Kim and Kanye update.
Okay, let's do it.
Oh, you're like, you're not gonna like this, but Kim and Kanye had a meeting in Wyoming. That's where they have the ranch.
Wyoming. We said every other state other than that.
Forgot about them. Didn't realize they even existed anyways. Sorry, Wyoming people. They met up. Photos of them came out in a car.
I saw that, and Kim was crying.
Kim was doing the ugly cry, which means that
it was real.
It must have been a very heated conversation. And then she went back to LA alone on a private plane. So speculation is that their relationship is continuing to deteriorate. Although he did issue an apology on Twitter for the rant and everything he was saying.
He apologized to her.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a good move. He did owe her an apology, because I'm sorry. Sure. If you called my mother Chris Jong-un, we would have to fight, like physical fight. Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to embarrass me like that. He put her out when she never puts him out.
Yeah. It's sad to see. Yeah. Very sad. So yeah, that was their little update. People are wondering if a divorce is coming, if, you know, this is gonna continue. And then also Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin are doing a road trip and they visited Kanye.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Weird, right?
That is weird.
Yeah, but I think everyone's trying to visit him and keep him company during this hard time. And I like that. I like to see celebrities supporting other celebrities, because I feel like Kanye needs it right now. He's a little crazy, but, you know, he's going through it.
He is going through it.
You gotta be sensitive towards him.
This is true. Okay. So in other news, okay, so just like really quick. P.Valley, what we talked about last week, it's been renewed for the 2nd season.
Hey!
So that's really exciting. Guys, Riviera is coming to Amazon Prime on August 1st. That is today. Season 1 is dropping on Amazon Prime. So now you have absolutely no excuse but to watch one of my favorite shows on TV.
And now we have absolutely no excuse to not watch season 2.
Season 2 is not coming out yet. It's only season 1, but I think like in a couple months they'll roll out season 2. But
why
get
would you
into
do that
it.
To me? I thought we were gonna start watching that right now.
I know, but I've been dying to rewatch season 1. So Riviera's is out. It's here. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm super excited about that.
Exciting news.
Yes. Okay, and then another TV news. Beyoncé, Black is King, her new movie is out today. Her visual album, it's on Disney Plus. Super excited. Gotta watch that over the weekend. Like, all hail the queen.
Yeah, we need to watch that and Hamilton.
Yes, we do. And then also Netflix. Oh my god, super exciting. They just got a slate of all Black sitcoms from like the early 2000s. They picked up Sister Sister, Moesha, Girlfriends, The Game, One-on-One, and Half and Half, and The Parkers.
Okay.
I'm so excited. The first to launch is going to be Moesha today, and then the rest of the shows will be rolled out over the next couple months, which I'm super excited for. Oh my god, I've been dying to rewatch Girlfriends. You're a little young for these shows. I don't know if you would have watched them.
I remember seeing them on rerun, syndicated on BET.
Yeah.
So I know they're all good.
Oh my god, and half, that used to be like, oh my god.
You used to love that show. You talk about that show a lot.
All the time. I'm so excited for this slate of shows to come on Netflix. Like, finally.
I'm gonna watch Sister Sister again because I'm not too young for that one.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any more tea?
No, that was it.
That's it? Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's it also. Like,
oh. Are we gonna talk about the Emmy nominations?
oh, duh. That's
Yeah.
that's my
That
last
was the
story.
other thing, but I was gonna let you have that. I figured
Okay.
you had the
Emmy
info.
nominations are out, and you know there are record nominations for Black creators, which is great.
I also saw Netflix had a lot of nominations.
Netflix has over 160 nominations.
Yeah.
Watchmen on HBO got 26 nominations.
Did you like it? I remember you saying you were like iffy about it.
No, I did not like it.
Well, I'm gonna watch it with my boyfriend and
Okay,
I'll
so
let y'all know.
Watchmen, and this is an unpopular opinion, I know, because everyone and their mother is like, this was the best show of the year, I loved it. So when I watched it, I was super excited, but like, for me, there was just too much going on. Like, there was the superhero aspect, there was the white supremacy aspect, there was the investigation aspect. It was just like too much, and I don't know if it was like the comic book aspect of it that I just didn't know or didn't have the context for. I just was like not feeling it. I thought Regina King, like I thought the actors all did really great. Like Jeremy Irons was amazing, Regina King was amazing, but I just didn't like it.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go through some of the nominations, like the big categories. Outstanding Drama Series, Better Call Saul, The Crown, Handmaid's Tale, Killing Eve, The Mandalorian, Ozark, Stranger Things, and Succession.
Makes sense.
I think The
are we
Crown
picking?
or Killing Eve should win. Yeah, let's pick.
I mean, I loved Stranger Things season 3. And then
The Crown.
Handmaid's Tale was hard to watch.
I'm sorry, that show, I know it's like so dramatic, but like you're torturing women. You should not be winning anything. Like, stop.
No, but I feel like I understand why they do it. Because it's...
I didn't like it.
This season was also a bit more empowering. Like, you see her come into her own. What's her name? June. It's good.
Okay. Outstanding Comedy Series, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Dead to Me, The Good Place, Insecure, The Krasinski Method, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Schitt's Creek, and What We Do in the Shadows.
I loved Dead to Me. I love Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
But I also know that everyone loves Insecure.
Yes. Okay, so I think Schitt's Creek should win this category just because this is their final season and I think they should go out on top. But this is like a really great like roundup. Like, I don't watch Curb, but I've heard it's like the funniest show on TV. Dead to Me is amazing. I love The Good Place. It's so funny. Insecure is very good. I don't really watch it, but it's good. And I love The Krasinski Method and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Like, Krasinski Method.
You watch all of this?
Yes.
You are such a comedy show person. I cannot get into like a lot of comedy shows.
You know what's weird? Like, I have very like Krasinski Method, it's Michael Douglas, he's older, it's like all these older characters, so it's not even like, it's so funny and I love it, but it's like, I watched it because it was old people, and you know I love old people.
We both love the old people.
But it's so good, like, oh my god.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's actually a really difficult category. It's gonna be, I think, between, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is really good as well. Oof. I really hope Schitt's Creek gets it though. Okay. Outstanding Limited Series, Little Fires Everywhere, Miss America, Watchmen, Orthodox, and Unbelievable.
So I've seen Unbelievable and Little Fires Everywhere. I loved Little Fires Everywhere. Emmy worthy? Yeah. Yeah, right?
I think Watchmen is gonna get it.
Watchmen is gonna win everything they're in.
I feel, yeah. Okay, Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, Jennifer Aniston, The Morning Show, Olivia Colman, The Crown, Jodie Comer, Killing Eve, Laura Linney, Ozark, Sandra Oh, Killing Eve, and Zendaya for Euphoria.
Oh, is this the only category Euphoria was nominated?
I don't know. No, I think they got a couple.
Okay. I loved Euphoria, so Zendaya is my pick.
I didn't watch it, but I think Jodie Comer Killing Eve, there is just nothing better.
You watch all of these shows is my thing. I've heard Killing Eve is so good. You've told me it's
so good.
And I haven't been able to get into it.
Clearly I have very good taste because I watch all the Emmy
gosh,
nominated
she
things.
watches all of these shows, and I'm just like, not calling my attention.
Okay.
TV.
Outstanding lead actor in a drama series: Jason Bateman, Ozark; Sterling K. Brown, This Is Us; Steve Carell, The Morning Show; Brian Cox, Succession; Billy Porter from Pose; and Jeremy Strong from Succession.
Okay.
I don't know.
Succession is supposed to be good. That's one show I'm actually interested in watching.
Me too. I don't know. I don't watch This Is Us. I guess give it to Billy Porter from Pose. I love Pose. Pose is so good. If you don't watch it, you need to watch it.
I don't watch it.
There was a little Pose drama though, because Billy Porter's the only actor from the show that was nominated, and you know, a lot of the criticism of that is, you know, that is a show that is based around the lives of trans women, and none of the trans women that are on the show that are the lead characters are being nominated for their roles, even though they're doing like breathtaking, like amazing work. Like every single episode of last season I cried. Like they were so good. So, you know,
the man was nominated.
And like the cisgender, you know, man is the one being nominated for his work as an actor on the show that's about the lives of trans women. So there was like a little bit of, you know,
a controversy.
Yeah. And so he actually like had to like write something on Instagram and was like, you know, I've been in the business for forever. I am now over 50 years old getting recognition, and you know, sometimes you just have to wait. And people were not happy about that.
These award shows are questionable. Not everyone can win.
No.
And not everyone's gonna win, and they definitely don't pay attention to some of the things they should be paying attention to. Let's talk about the Oscars. Leonardo DiCaprio has won Oscar.
Right.
And look at his body of work, and look at the amazing things he's put out.
Right.
So, you know, I think people hold these award shows to a little bit too high of a standard. If you don't win, if you don't get nominated, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
Not everyone can get, we're not a participation trophy society.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
I guess the last category that was outstanding lead actor. Wow, I totally lost where I was. Comedy. Oh, that was drama. Okay. Outstanding lead actor in a comedy is Anthony Anderson, Blackish; Don Cheadle, Black Monday; Ted Danson, The Good Place; Michael Douglas, Krasinski Method; Eugene Levy, Schitt's Creek; and Rami Youssef in Rami. I don't really watch enough of those shows, but I'm gonna say Eugene Levy because I think Schitt's Creek should sweep. I think Catherine O'Hara should win for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series for Schitt's Creek as well. Like, Moira Rose is the greatest TV character on right now. Like, I'm sorry, she needs to win something. She's never won the Emmy for that role, and she needs that.
Okay, so then I'm rooting for her because I do like Schitt's Creek. It's not my type of show, but I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Kerry Washington was also nominated for like Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series. Kerry Washington, Little Fires Everywhere; Octavia Spencer, Self-Made; Kate Blanchett, Miss America; Regina King-Washman; and Shira Haas from Unorthodox.
Okay. These nominations aren't calling me this year. These shows are not calling me.
Oh my god, I watched like all of them.
We'll see. I'm gonna watch Succession. I'm gonna watch Watchmen, and let us know who your picks are.
I really watch way too much TV. This is what this is saying.
I think so.
Because there's some other categories where I haven't even mentioned some of the shows, and I'm like, oh, I watched that, I watched that, I watched that.
You just watch a lot.
I just love a good series. Like, I love to, like, sink my teeth in a series. I'm not a movie person. Like, I've missed so many movies. Like, I haven't watched a new movie in, like, forever, but all the shows I watch.
Noted. For the TV and T podcast, and Selena's here like, I don't watch this. I'm just here like, yeah. But, whatever.
Okay, thanks guys for listening. Have a happy Friday and a great weekend. Please go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at TV&T Podcast. You can also follow our personal social medias. We're tagged on everything. And thank you so much for listening. Go ahead and give us a rating and subscribe to where you are listening to us, either on YouTube or podcast.
And leave us a comment, only if it's nice.
You know the drill.
Peace out.
Bye guys.